Hi everyone, Syndro here, and welcome to our next Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is a very interesting game, as my chat fails to load. Yes, great start. This is the Steam version, as you can see, down here. In the corner, probably. Nope, can't quite see it. I've been fiddling with this for the last hour or so with the screen. I don't think it'll affect the game. We'll check when we're completely in there. The opening cutscene, it played just fine. But anyway, in the bottom left corner, it should say English Steam, but then it would just be letterboxed. It's already gonna kind of be letterboxed because that's just how this is. Final Fantasy VIII was for the PS1. It was 4 disc, if I remember correctly. Which that's the most discs that I know of for an RPG. 9 was also 4 disc. But we'll get to that. People feel all kinds of ways about Final Fantasy VIII, which is why I'm super excited to stream this one. And that way you all get my opinions on it. People love FF8, people hate FF8, and there's really nobody in the middle. Except me. So, Final Fantasy VIII is to me. There's things I like about it, there's things I don't like about it, which is what's going to make this super fun, because I will be getting opinions from all across the spectrum, I am sure. And I just hope people are here. Hi, Neko. Hi, Swift. So I really hope people show up for this one, because I think I'm going to give a very unique take on Final Fantasy VIII. At least I think it's unique. So, I guess we can do the opening cutscene. If you have a bunch of questions after it, trust me, you will not be the only one if you've never seen Final Fantasy VIII. Be ready for a really crazy journey. So I'll leave you with the opening cutscene. How are you feeling? My forehead hurts. No kidding. Looks like your eyes are focusing. Should be fine. Say your name for me. This is Squall. He is our main protag. He is... I don't know if I can get broody enough for Squall. You remember Final Fantasy VII with Cloud? Yeah. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Seifer. Seifer won't listen to anyone. Right douche he is. Why don't you ignore him? Can't just run away. Wanna be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see. Your instructor is... Never learned how to pronounce her name. I've heard a few different ways. I'm gonna go with Quistis. That's how I've heard it pronounced. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Quistis, come get your student. Yes, yes. Injury's not serious. Probably leave a scar. Right. Please come by. Squaw. So we meet again. Huh? Ugh. Ghost lady again. I knew it'd be either you or Seifer. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Squall, is there something on your mind? Not really. What's so funny? Funny? No, it's not that. Just happy. Feels like I'm beginning to understand my student a little. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. It's none of your business. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. Seem to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for CD candidates will begin later this afternoon. Those not participating and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meeting hall, 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, Seifer! Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Field exam participants, I'll see you all later. And Squall, I need to talk to you. Whatever. It is an honor to be called over by Instructor Trip. Trippy? Trippy? By Quistis. By the instructor. You haven't been to the fire cabin yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's CD exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. Oh man, I was gonna go this morning, but Seaver. Man, I hate that guy. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. It'll take an hour or so, but hey, then you'll know everything there is. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. Bye, class. Bye, groupies. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject too. So this is basically her fan club. So should anything happen to the instructor, the Trippies will get you back. And this guy's just like super jealous. Oh man, you're alone with the super hot instructor? Man. Go up to your seat. Oh, it's supposed to be seed? Again, I never knew, never heard. I always pronounced it CD. Find seed. Alright, here's your tutorial. Login, Squall confirmed. Guardian Force Data is what GF stands for. For Squall. GFs that are registered under Squall, these are your summons basically, but they're far more than that in FF8. Quetzalcoatl and Shiva are what we start with. First, let me say hi to everybody that came in during all the introduction here. Zarzla, Ellie, Panther just came in. Maze. I already said hi to Neko and Swift. The CD Club. I'd love to go to CDs. As a retired ranger there, he's awesome. Anyway. Treep. I like that. I can go Treep. Okay. Welcome to Final Fantasy VIII. Do you want to give a nickname to your Pokemon? Oh, this is Quetzalcoatl. I'm going with standard names for everything. And Shiva. Tutorial covers all aspects of gameplay. They're not joking. And even more stuff will be added to the tutorial as we go on. Final Fantasy VIII uses a standard turn-based battle system using active time gauge. So the time gauge will fill up. When the time gauge is full, that character can do whatever. Can attack, guard, etc., etc. Can choose a command, and then they wait until the time gauge fills up again, then they can go again. Buckle in. If you don't know anything about FF8, buckle in for like the next 10-15 minutes, because FF8 is very different. It uses a mechanic that you will not see again in a Final Fantasy game. And it's maybe a little difficult to wrap your mind around. I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. And it's the junction system for Final Fantasy VIII. Now, I think everybody in chat does know Final Fantasy VIII. But for those of you that don't, I'm going to go over this the best that I can. And those of you in chat, you'll want to stick around, because I'm going to have a very important question for all of you that are here. And I'll basically be asking this question for the first little bit of the game. But we got to get through this tutorial stuff. Final Fantasy VIII uses the junction system, which makes it play extremely different than every other Final Fantasy you've played, or any other RPG you've played. The way your characters are going to power up is by using the junction system. You can kind of think of it as a job system of sorts if you watched FF5 and FF3. It's similar in some ways. The only way your characters have abilities is by junctioning guardian forces to them. You're basically equipping your summons. Okay? In this tutorial, we are going to junction a guardian force to Quistis. You can see what abilities that junction currently has. You'll see different symbols. Some have an up arrow, some have the crown with the up arrow, and one has something that looks like a top or a battery. That's the magic plus 20%. All of these symbols mean a different thing. So the tutorial is going to choose Quetzalcoatl. Now, Quistis will have access to Quetzalcoatl's abilities. That's how you have abilities in this game. Characters do not have abilities innately, except attack and their limit break. And we'll get into their limit breaks later. If you watch Final Fantasy VII, you know of the limit break system. It's way different here. So magic can be junctioned. I'll go there in a little bit. After you've junctioned your guardian forces, so you've equipped them, you now choose your abilities. You'll have whatever abilities that the summons have. So here, there's magic, guardian force, draw, and item. These are very standard. Almost everything will have magic, guardian force, draw, and item. So to use items in battle, the character must have the item skill equipped. Okay? At the bottom, you can have abilities, like that magic plus 20. That's what that symbol is. The kind of top symbol. You saw the commands were the crown symbol. When you put that ability on, you can have up to 4. We start with just 2. That character will get plus 20% to their magic. And you always have attack on. They can always attack, but they're not doing anything other than that if you don't junction. I said the top window is commands for battle, the bottom window is character and party abilities. Later we can learn abilities like the magic plus 20 that'll go for the whole party. They'll have a different symbol. So you choose the slot, choose the ability you want, and equip it. Now Quistis can use the draw command in battle, which is a very important one. We'll get to that in a little bit. So with this setup, Quistis will be able to draw magic in battle, summon the Guardian Force, which is summoning the actual summon, and use items. Can't cast magic because she doesn't have the magic ability equipped. This will definitely change how your characters are going to play. And then they're going to show you how to equip magic plus 20%. Raises magic damage by 20%. That's pretty self-explanatory. There's the junction tutorial. Now FF8 gives you most of the information up front. As you can see, we have the active time battle gauge and HP. There is no MP in FF8. Its casting system is really weird. There is no MP. I'll go over how you get magic and how magic works once we're outside. But just know there's no MP here. So all you see is your HP and your time gauge. So you have your commands. If you choose magic, you'll see your magic, items. Your guardian forces have HP because of how they work in this game. You'll see that. Right? The draw command. Limit break, which I'll go over a little later. Like I said, the game front loads a bunch of information. There's a card game that you can play in FF8. Is it triple triad in FF8, or am I thinking 9? No, it's triple triad. Okay. Triple try. Okay, it is triple try. The card game's really cool in FF8. It's actually really good. I'm garbage at it. I just tell you up front, but it's really good. Here's icons: fire, ice, thunder, earth, poison, wind, water, and holy. Those are your elements. Statuses: death. Character's dead. Poison, petrify, darkness, silence, berserk, zombie, sleep, slow, stop, curse, confuse, drain. You can come here at any time. This will be on the main menu. This will be on the menu when, like where all your equipment and stuff is. It'll be there too, the tutorial. So you can look at these anytime. You can see the status effects. HP, strength, vitality, magic, all that. Elemental attack. Elemental defense, status attack, status defense. Those will be important a little later. And here's the different types of abilities. So if you just have the up arrow, that's junction ability. And I'll explain how that works in a little bit. I kind of want to give this to you in pieces as we do them. That way you can see them in action and it'll help you learn. Command ability, which gives you extra commands. Character ability, which will affect just that character, like magic plus 20%. That we saw in the tutorial. If you see, like this pack of batteries is supposed to be like a person, but I always thought it looked like a pack of batteries. That's a party ability, which means it'll affect the entire party. Pretty useful. Guardian Force ability, it'll make your Guardian Force better, your summon better. And menu ability, it'll give you a new ability to use in the menu. Okay? And here's a bunch of additional information. I mean, all of the information. You get confused, here it is. It's all here. These are just basic stuff that I'm going to go over for you. That way you just don't get front-loaded with information. Like I said, give me like 10 minutes. I'll go over the junctioning thing, and then I'll go over some of the basics. Which is here, the basics. Refer to the tutorial on how to use magic in GF. About magic, about guardian forces, about sorceresses and magic. Sorceress is a woman who has inherited the power of a sorceress. Duh. A woman who has inherited the power of a sorceress. The origins of a sorceress go back to ancient times. However, there is no factual evidence that there is actually any sorcerers around at all. Guardian Force is an independent energy force. It's a summon. Memory loss is a possible side effect, but this has not been proven as of yet. Huh. and then magic. Magic used by ordinary people is actually para-magic. In essence, it's a technique which involves controlling energy. Paramagic was involved by Dr. Odine. He was the first scientist to study the nature of magic by studying a sorceress. A skill can be gained through proper training. However, with magic, it is difficult to achieve power levels that are comparable to conventional weapons. You can learn about the garden we're in. Do we want to go through all of this? Let me just ask. Let me just ask chat. Hi, Psycho Impulse. Do we want to go through all the background stuff now? Not that we can really do it later. Not that it's really needed, to be honest, though. But do we want to go through the background stuff? Are you interested, basically? Those of you that have seen like other Final Fantasies from me, it's like, of course, you always go over the background stuff, Central. It's not really needed here. One no, two no. Anybody else? It's a lot. Like, we'll be here for the next hour. I'm not joking. I'm getting a lot of no's. So we're gonna go on. Trust me, you're really not missing anything. Oh, the festival committee thing at the bottom is basically a guy saying there was no festival committee, there was no festival because I was the only one. And I'm dropping out, bye. Just so you know. That's it. The rest of it is just kind of some background information, but again, it's not really needed. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Ah! Stare. Because that's a very Squall thing to do. There! Sorry! Kinda in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Totally over. Oh no! This is so much bigger than my last garden! Hey, I just transferred here. Do you think you'd give me a quick tour of this garden? Don't have the time. Oh, bummer. That's too bad. Well, see ya! Bye. Hi, Ryuji. No, I'm just being Squall. Hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you like. How do you play a card game? Look at the tutorial. You want to play cards with someone, talk to them with a different command. You don't use the action command. You press a completely different button to challenge people to play cards. You get 7 cards. So you haven't gone to the fire cavern? You just taking it easy? I don't know. Oh, well, take care. Which I have to find the card. Yeah. Oh, confident as always. I think it's supposed to be that button, but oh yeah, you can say what the PlayStation command is, but that doesn't help me because I'm just using my wired 360 controller and playing this on Steam, and like the buttons don't necessarily go to what I think they should be. Okay, there's that. So now we have the card command. We start with some the cards. Level 1 monster card. Level monster card. They have a bunch of numbers. You can feel free to explore the garden here. Probably should have said yes to the tutorial just to, or yes to the thing just for myself. Sorry, I was just trying to play Squall. Here's Nerf's office. How's that forehead doing? Sucks. Okay. Well, I kind of explored this place and show people around. If you're in chat, this is when I have a really important question for you. I want you to think about it, because it's really going to change how I played this game. Excuse me, do you play an instrument? No. Come on, do it, Normie. No. Randy, you buy the classroom, right? No. I'm on the executive committee of the Garden Festival. Congratulations. So you're trying to revive it. Interested? Come by and check out the stage. I'd rather not. It's my dream to form a band. Nobody cares. Of course I'll need 4 people. Want to join? Not interested. Somebody rollerblading here. Neat. Come on, don't ignore me. Ignoring now. Already heard your text. Alright. We'll be getting into why when I'm out of here and we're doing battles and stuff. But those of you that don't know, probably all of you do know, Final Fantasy VIII is probably the most broken Final Fantasy in FF history. And if you saw me break FF7, that's nothing compared to this game. My question for chat. I have no clue how I want to play through this game. So you all are going to decide. How much do you want me to break this game? Do you want me to play through it as kind of straight as possible? Because I can do that and I won't use really cheap methods to the best of my ability for the beginning of the game. Or do you want to see me use some things? Or do you want to see me break this 9 ways to Sunday? That's basically what I'm asking. Do you want to see like late game kind of super powered stuff? Do you want to see me just play it straight? Or do you want me to just show you how crazy FF8 really is when you know the mechanics? That's because I don't know how I want to go through this game. I'm gonna let all of you decide. Because there's some really crazy mechanic. Once you know the junction system and you know some things about this game like I do, like probably everybody does if you just look it up now. You know, I'm sitting here like there's no internet. And it's like, oh man, I figured out this cool thing. No, there's internet now and you can look all this up. But I saw an LP doing that. Break it all. No, please. Do some things. I'm seeing some yeses and some nos. Kind of split. So I think we're going to take the middle ground. I'm going to show you how to do some of this stuff. But I won't use it unless I get annoyed at the game at like a few bosses I can think of right now. And then I'm going to shatter them and then I'll unequip everything. I am no expert of Final Fantasy VIII by any means. I just know some really crazy tricks. And I know some things about this game because, hey, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. So, because we're split, that's how I'll do it. Let's go with that. Thank you very much for voting, chat. I appreciate it because I really was struggling this weekend, just running through my mind how I was going to do this. So I'll go that route. All members of the Garden Festival Committee have been dispatched to conflicts around the world. That transfer student seems to be really enthusiastic about it, but she's a bit crazy. Are you interested in what I'm doing? Not interested, but sure. You should join the Garden Festival Committee too. I'd rather not. I was trying to channel my inner Squall. Look, I should have taken the thing. There's the quad. You can read these signs. It'll tell you. They'll help me. Cafeteria. Gotta stop by the cafeteria. Gotta stop by the caf. Fully ahead. Well, too late now. Everything's bad. Safer. Drink? Can I drink something? Like some water, you know. Ignore. Yo, it's Squall. Oh yeah, we're just gonna treat, you know. Want something? Rage. Oh. What? Squall, can't you see the disciplinary committee's busy? Don't bother us. Thinks he's all cool. Here's what should I talk to? The guy in front of me. Check out this weenie. This guy used to be cream of the crop. Look at him, all over one woman. What do I need to do to get closer to thee, oh lovely Quistis? Snap out of it. You'll never be a seed because you're always too busy thinking about her. There's the CD exam, the seed exam. And this place is really big, by the way, which is not great because dormitory, because it means there's just a lot to explore. I said this opening is going to take like an hour. How many are going to pass the seed exam? Not many. So you can rest here. This is your room. Somebody else's room. Parking lot. Yes, there's a parking lot. See? Parking lot. There's somebody's vehicle there. Here's the training center, where you can go train for exp and stuff. More on that later. Library. Student number 41,269, Squall. You're that problem child. Don't you have the final seed exam today? You're making instructor Trip wait. Trip wait. What are you still doing here? Cutting you down. Cause that'd be fun. Alright, there you go. And here you can see the dormitory and all that stuff. But it's more fun if I show you myself. Alright, is all that done? I've been here forever! Get off my lawn! I should go home this weekend. I should visit my parents. Eh. You should study! Alright, you will find these things. Huh, that looks kind of weird and out of place. Oh, hold on. I've got to give Squall the draw command. Guardian Force, draw, item. From these points here, you can draw magic. Cure found. So now Squall has 6 cures. Maybe we're saying what? And it will go like this. It'll fade out, and it will come back over time? Is it time? And this one, or is it going in and out? Don't remember. Now we have magic. Okay, magic in this game is way different than any other Final Fantasy. It doesn't use a D&D type system. It doesn't use MP. Basically, think of your magic as items. So you know how we have 6 potions. Right? We have 6 potions here. We use a potion, we're down to 5. Magic works the same way. We have 6 casts of cure. We use one, we're down to 5. Until we're out of magic. There's a magic booster you can use in this. I didn't use it, because that would just be way too insane. Let's not do that. It gives you a bunch of magic at the start of the game. But, so the way this works is, you think of them like items. Once you use up your 6 cures, that's it. They're gone. You have to go draw more magic. You draw magic from enemies or from points like the one you just saw. They're like items. It's really weird. There's no MP. There's no learning spells. You just draw them from enemies. And if the enemy has the spell you want, cool. Draw from the enemy till you're maxed out. Find that enemy and continue to draw. It's a very, very weird system. The reason the system is like this, however, is because of the other part of the junction system. If we go to a Guardian Force, like Quetzalcoatl, which we just had, you see that it has this magic J. Junctions magic to magic. Now that sounds really weird. But there's junction magic to vitality, to HP. You can use your magic to buff your stats. You basically equip the magic. If we equip Cure to magic... I don't have enough. Your magic stat will be upped depending on how much Cure you have. Now, some magic is better than others at certain things. Like putting Cure magic on HP works really well, and you get more out of it. So it's all trial and error. The more magic you have, so if we had 60 Cure instead of 6, the bigger boost to the stats you get. But then you have to think of it this way. When you cast a spell, you're actually lowering your stats if they're equipped, which is a very double-edged sword. It's what makes the system not very fun, because I like to cast magic. But you won't really see me cast magic here, because they'll be attached to stats. And we want to buff our stats. This is the main way you're going to be getting your character stronger. Yes, characters will get stronger as they level up, but the main way is through the junction system. Later on, some summons can learn to attach to your weapons and armor, basically. So if we had fire, for example, and we attached it to elemental attack, we'd start hitting with the fire element. Kind of like if we casted a fire sword. If we attached it to our defense, you would get fire defense. When you think of it that way, it all makes sense. If I attach fire to my elemental defense, hey, I have elemental defense to fire. Makes sense, right? That's all logical. You can do this... it would go over. You can do this with elemental statuses as... Or not elemental, sorry, just statuses as well. Like sleep, slow, things like that. Everything revolves around the junction system. Getting powerful magic and putting it to your stats. No, everything. Well, you have limit breaks, that's it. Everything revolves around the junction system. Everything revolves around the junction system. That is how this game wanted to do it. Now, remember how our jobs would get AP in other, or the summons to learn magic in FF6 when we equipped Magicite, we would learn magic with AP. Jobs would gain AP in FF5 and they would learn things. Okay, same thing happens here. In battle, we'll be getting AP, and summons, our summons here, will be learning abilities with that AP. So right now, Quetzalcoatl is learning Summon Magic plus 10%. See how it has the moon? That means it's just for it. So, raises Summon Magic by 10%. You'll have to equip that, I believe, as an ability. One of those bottom abilities. But it will then have plus 10% Summoning Magic. 10% more HP for the Guardian Force. Boost the Guardian Force. Boost makes it to where you will be able to, when you summon it, play this button mashing little mini game while you watch the animation to make it stronger. We can also make it to where we can junction magic to HP. That way we can attach Cure to your HP stat. Attach magic to your Vitality stat. It already knows magic. Here's the basic commands. Magic, Guardian Force, draw an item. Magic plus 20%. What we're going to learn, and I promise I won't use it much, is the card command. If you really want to break this game, here's step 1. Learn the card command as quickly as possible. The card command lets you turn monsters into cards for you to play the card game with. It's really cool. Just follow me on this. This will be really important. Learn it first. Shiva is going to learn this ability, which is a menu ability. It gives us a new ability in the menu. She's going to learn I Magic RF. This lets you make magic from items. Make water and ice magic from items. Quetzalcoatl also has one, where he can make thunder magic, lightning and wind magic, from items. So you can take a potion, for example, and turn it into something. Some experimentation will be used here. Okay? Learn those first. And as the quest is changed into battle gear, more, not just the uniform. Have a few things to explain before we head off. Guardian Force gives us strength, as I just went over. Oh, by the way, your Guardian Forces also get EXP, so they get stronger as your character gets EXP. They get EXP as well. They level up. They have their own levels. Brief explanation on... I just did this. Why do you put that tutorial there? I can't skip it. Yes, again. Haha! Good. It was just a different button. Awesome. Did it! Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the draw command during battle to stock up on magic from your enemies. Sure. Ready to go? Fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Sure. Now we're outside. You can have Shiva. Oh, by the way, when you steal magic, every character has their own stock of magic. That's why she doesn't have cure. So you have to draw with each character. Draw item. The draw command's super important. Make sure you have the draw command. They start off higher level than I remember, which stinks. Oh well. And you can switch who has stuff junctioned, etc. Magic refined card. Okay. Rotate the camera using the shoulder buttons. And here's the battle system. As you can see, you wait for the time gauge to fill up, and then you go and attack. When you use the draw command, you select an enemy, and you will see magic that they have. You can either stock the magic and basically put it into your inventory, or you can just straight cast it from the enemy. So you won't get it into your inventory, you just flat out cast it. We will want to stock. Draw! What did we get? Blizzards! So this enemy has Blizzard. What else do you have? The sleep spell. And the scan spell. As you draw from the same enemy, 5 blizzards, 6 blizzards, I believe it starts to eventually get less, but I don't remember. So this is how you get magic in FF8. You either find points, or the main way you're going to be getting magic, yeah, see, 3 blizzard, is you draw from enemies. Hi, Bitsman, thank you. Now, when you draw from an enemy and cast it, like so, you don't pull from your stock, you just basically are stealing 1 scan from the enemy to use it, and that's it. Fish that swims in the ground, only the fin can be seen. One theory says it may be a shark. That's interesting. You get some bars up there, you can see how high like its HP is compared to defense, has low strength, very low dex, high spirit, high int, decent evasion. Seven sleeps. I remember these enemies having this much HP. Fish Mage, got it, exactly. Here we're going to cast Blizzard straight from the enemy. Again, we don't pull from our stock. We're just basically stealing it from the enemy to cast it. But we don't get extras. Like, we're not putting it into our inventory when you stock, when you stock it. This is how the magic system in FF8 works. It's really weird. Let me summon a Guardian Force so you can see that. We're going to summon Quetzalcoatl. Now it takes time to summon. Now you see Quetzalcoatl took the damage, not Squall. Thunderstorm! If the Guardian Force runs out of HP while you're trying to summon it, guess what? It's gone. Not forever, you can go rest. You won't be able to summon it again. That's how they got away from having MP for the summons. They have their own HP. So now we get exp. 132 experience. You can see both characters need fire to level. Of course, it's got more EXP and I forget why. I think because of kill. I think they started that here, which is lame. We get a fish fin. That's cool. Guardian Forces receive 6 AP. Here is grinding tip number 1 for early in the game. Go fight these fish. I came down here for a reason. The fish fins are really useful. You'll see in a little bit. Also, 6 AP. This is way more AP than anything else you're going to fight like on the plains. You want to grind up some abilities fast? This is where to do it. Ugh, got into a battle because I get all lost in FF8. Squaw, do you still remember? Pull it just as you strike. Oh yeah. Same for the Renzo again. Oh yeah. Is it that button? Forget what button that is. What button that is. What it's set to. Oh, you have something different. I think you have cure. You the one with cure? No, you have fire. Renzo syndrome. Yeah, that thing. Squaw's broken move that we'll get into later. Somebody help me. What's the button to do like the critical hit? It's right before you hit. I remember that. As you pointed out there. But what button is it? R1? That one? Maybe I mistimed it. Yay! More EXP? Yeah, see, Squall got more EXP because he did the kill. No items. Lame. See, only 1 AP. Which is blah. I'm gonna go back here. So we go back to the garden. Huh? You forget something? Okay, I'll be waiting right here for you. You can go back and rest anytime you want. Right bumper? Okay. I'm probably just getting the timing wrong, because that's what I thought it was. That's what I was pressing. I'm not great at it. Been a long time since I played this game. I think you play that guy for some good cards, by the way. That guy. I think it's that guy. The dry point was back? Okay. I can grab it on the way back out. By the way, save before you do any cart stuff, because the way it works is... Wrong place. When you lose, you lose cards. So, you'll want to save before you play, for sure. Now you should be back up. Yep. And you can see Quistis down there got all her HP back as well. Because she's not in the party right now. There's one in the library. Where's the library? I didn't see a library. There's the library. There's a drop point. Oh, it's Asuna. Cool. Give me that. Asuna removes a normal status. It's really cool. There's 7 of those. And you can see how many we have of each one. We have 25 Blizzard, 6 Scan, 11 Sleep, still the 6 Cure, 14 Fire. So you can see it can take a while to draw magic. Yay. It can take a while to stock up magic. FF8 can be really grindy this way. Wish they had super exciting books here. Kind of like that one the girl with the pigtails recommended. Good romance novel. Ugh, I want to talk to you again. I hate moving around in FF8. Not finding it. Occult Fan 1. That one. I think if you want cures here, you can just run in and out if you really want to. Oh, I only got 4 that time. They have like a range that they can give, and you want to hear Quistis every time. Thank you, Waffles. Much appreciated. Work. Yeah, I feel ya. Did I make it to the beach? No. Lame. There you can remove the command for whatever reason. Where's the run button? There it is. No EXP, because we didn't hit the enemy. Yes, if you damage an enemy, you can still get EXP. That's what it is, it's damage. No, back here to the fish. This is where you want to grind. You want to grind right here. Grind the fish for AP. Cool, I got you. I got you, Impulse. Yeah, hold down the control sticks. That's. I should have just used the trigger buttons. Yeah, they have like more defense when they're in the sand. It's annoying. I didn't kill you. There it goes. See, I had that little extra thing there. Didn't time it. 2 fish fin, awesome, and 6 AP. Quetzalcoatl leveled up. Woo! It's now level 2, which means it has more HP. Hooray. Still learning card. FFA starts off really slow. I know I go to the fire cabin, but trust me, you want to do something. Nope, because I don't know Quistis. I'd rather not yet, because we haven't done anything with it yet. Oh, Zar asked about it? Okay. Never mind. Zarsla, are you still here? Like, you're making it a little hard to read chat, Neko. I understand you're super excited, I get it, but still here. Okay. No, Maze, you're 100% right. EXP mechanic that gives points according to inflicted damage is counterproductive. It is counterproductive. Because what happens is exactly what you just said. Characters that hit harder get more EXP, which makes it where they continue to get stronger and no other characters keep up. There's no really supporting in this game though, just because of how it goes. There it goes. I'm getting squalls down a little better. Okay, Nega, you can explain how Quistis works. I should let people get down low on HP so I can explain limit breaks. The limit break system in FF8 is weird, so let me go over that. And then I can go over how Quistis her limit break's a little different. The way limit breaks work in FF8 is there's no limit break gauge. Basically, every time a character's turn comes up, they have a chance to have a limit break. Now, the chance is super small. Unless you're at critical HP, which is 25 HP or less. 25% of your HP or less. Basically, the character's HP will be in yellow. At that point, you have a higher chance of having your limit break pop up. You'll know your limit break will be... that character will have a limit break because they'll have an arrow next to their attack button. It'll be right around here. You'll see the arrow. And then you hit over, and you'll see that they have their limit break. This is a highly abusable mechanic. Because basically, all you have to do is have characters be low on HP without having them get killed. There are a lot of ways to do this. There's also a spell that will help you with that, but more on that later. The reason this is a highly abusable mechanic is because you think, kind of like the Desperate Skill, but it's in FF6, but it's much more abusable, and this is why. Let me just sit here. Let me sit here for a little bit and see if I can get Squall to low HP. Hit Squall! Darn it. Enemies being lame. Go faster! Let me get into another battle, that way there's two enemies attacking. So I'll make it go faster. Or I can just have them hit themselves. Duh, why don't I do that? Oops, wrong character. Attack self. Okay, now Squall's HP is in yellow, and you can see he's in, I think the game refers to it as crisis mode. Now you may be thinking, oh man, oh there it is, see the arrow pops up. And then you have Renzo Kuken. You play a little game like that, and then you get Limit Break. Rough Divide! 93, you're dead. You see, every hit does damage. Squall's limit break depends on his weapon. When he gets stronger weapons, he will get more limit break options. Now let's keep Squall at low HP. This is where the mechanic is abusable. So Squall's at low HP, right? As long as we can keep him from not dying, that's the fun part. Since we don't have, like, Protect or anything right now. Darn, it didn't pop up. Let me switch characters. Oh, look! There it is! You can basically, like, you're switching characters over and over until it pops up. And because the character wasn't there, we don't get the end part of it. Hi, Hammerhead18. Probably not, because I never perfect any game. Because I'm not perfect. Let's see if it pops up. Oh, it did. Good. You basically hit the, oh, there's Rough Divide. You hit the R1 button, which for me is the right bumper. Like we would to try to critical attack, that's what you use to hit there. If you don't see the arrow, just act like you're switching characters until you see the arrow. That's why this is highly abusable. Because you can force the limit break to show up when you're in critical HP. If you don't see it, for me it's the B button. You just, oh, I didn't see it. Press it again. Oh, Quistis showed up. Ah, but see, I messed up. Because it always has a chance to show up. See, press it, press it, press it. Keep going until you get it to show up like that. And you can do the same for Quistis, now that she's in critical HP. Oh, missed the button presses there. Oh, there we go. Quistis's limit break is blue magic. Laser Eye is her starting one. It does a ton of damage. Quistis is a blue mage, so you know how that's going to work. She's going to learn different attacks from enemies. And then Rough Divide. There we go. Like that. Hey, she even learned Ice Refine Magic. There are a dozen plus moves Quistis can learn. Something like that. Now, playing this way is a very dangerous game, as you can see, because you're having characters low on HP. But you can see that it is highly abusable. Because you can basically force the limit break to come whenever you want it. Especially if they're at 25% HP or lower. You can kind of force the limit break. There is no limit to this. There's no limit to how many limit breaks you can use during battle. Anything like that. The chance of you getting the limit break to show up increases the lower your HP is. So that's why it starts showing up even more for Squall as he was getting hit. Tiered HP for a potion. Ah, healed more than I wanted. Oh well. That's fine. My goal is to have fun and show off FF8. Those are my two goals. But I do hope you stick around, Hammerhead, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think I have a very unique view on FF8. But probably not 100% because I'm not perfect. Never am. But But we try to have a lot of fun here. That's what I try to do really well. Yes, continue to hit squall. Oh, are you full on Blizzard? That's interesting. Draw scan. I need to stop Blizzard. Now the other thing is you don't have to take the limit break command. Like I could just basic attack. But why? Why would you when you get so much more damage out of the limit break? I guess you were trying not to kill something. Alright, Quizzical now nose card. Now fun begins. Learn. Now, the next thing you want to learn is card mod. This will allow you to refine items from cards. Hopefully you can see where this is going. This all takes some prep to get started, but once you do all this, you'll be set. Oh yeah, she finished magic. Darn, I should have set something else. Like junction magic strength. Let's get back on the road. I'm going the wrong way again. Alright, let me go rest again. Real quick. Okay, we're going to be giving Squall his new command. Instead of item, we're going to have him have the card command. This will turn monsters into cards. See, still not back. It is time. Let me go rest again. No, Squall. Oh, that guy showed up there. There we go. Finicky FFA controls. Now, I'm just showing you all this I won't use it. Well, we're gonna play through FFA with the least cheese I can think of. And I'll probably end up still being cheesy at some points. Bye, Panther. So that's how we're gonna play through this. But I'm showing you this. So now that you have cards, you can turn enemies into cards. Which, hey, that's useful. Now you can get some cool cards, right? Yeah, and then you could, you know, play the card game and have a lot of fun with it. But I'm not going to show off the card game that much. But trust me, you can get some great things from the card game. And it's a lot of fun. It's really good. Triple Triad's really good. So take some time and challenge people. You know, challenge the NPCs you meet. See if they'll play you. Just remember to save before you do all that, because you can lose cards. You don't want to lose cards. Oh good, Kira's back. Let's give Squall more Kira. Sure. Alright, let's go. Let's go, Quistis. I would get attacked right after I... Enemy struck first. Super lame. I think the person left. That's sad. Heard I wasn't doing 100% and then just immediately left. That's how it is. Alright, let's try out our new card command. Card. Miss. No, because I checked the list. Monsters need to be at low HP to card them. See? Didn't remember that. It's like Pokemon. Receive Bug Bite card. So now we have a new card. Woo! 2 important things about cards. 1, you do not get EXP when you turn enemies into cards. You may be thinking, oh, that stinks. Yes and no. Stone with a little magic power. 2, you still get AP though, which is also really important. You don't get EXP, but you do get AP. So you could still have your Guardian Forces learn stuff like card mod, but your characters won't get EXP. Now to go over what really gets you about, what you can really do about, hey, oh, then I deeply apologize for what I said. Attack! Okay, now to get to kind of step 2 about FF8, how you can really break this game. Enemies do not have their own levels in FF8. Enemies scale to your level. Now that means if you never level, enemies will stay pretty weak. Now, that's all right. Scan. You see, it's level 9. Why is it level 9? Because Quistis is level 9. Card. There we go. And you get this enemy as a card. Okay. Remember, when we turn enemies into cards, excuse me, we don't get EXP, which means we don't level. But we still get AP to learn skills. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, okay, but we're gonna be really weak too if we never level. So the enemies will be weak, but we'll be weak too. What's the point? Ah, you're forgetting about the most important thing in FF8, where our stats really come from. And that is the junction system. Now that I have 100 Blizzard, let me really show this. As you can see, because we have 100 Blizzard with Quistis, if we attach it to Spirit, she gains 4 Spirit. That's not bad. She'll gain 2 Spirit with Fire. Even 1 Spirit with Sleep. Some spells will do better here. You can boost your stats through your magic. Oh yeah, here's how you change magic with people. I thought there was a way to do that. It's right there. Where you can give magic to people. So let me break down everything for you, how this is going to work. Now that you get the card command, go down here to the fight the fish, get the card command. Okay, now do nothing but use the card command on enemies to get cards. The next thing you're going to learn is card mod. You're going to turn said cards you're getting by turning enemies into cards. You're going to turn them into items. You can get armor. You can get armor, quote unquote. You can get items like potions, phoenix downs, fish fins, all kinds of crazy stuff. You can get a lot of things. I'm going the wrong thing. Then what you can do with those items, you can turn them into magic. One fish fin will refine into 20 water spells. This imstone piece will refine into 5 blizzards. So if we do this, you can get water spells. Which you can then put on different status effects. Once you've done that, you can learn Refine Thunder. Then you can start learning Junction Magic to HP, and then you can have a bunch of HP, a bunch of Vitality, while not leveling up, which means the enemies don't level up. You'll have great stats. You'll have HP out the wazoo because you're going to junction a bunch of magic to HP. And then not have to worry about the enemies having a bunch of HP. Because they're low level. Because you're low level. But you have great stats because of the junction system. This is how you can snap FF8 for a majority of the game, is by doing all of this early. And basically just try to make it to where Squall and Quistis don't get EXP anymore. Use the card command. Now I'm gonna leave kind of the broken stuff here. You've got the basic gist of it. You're gonna be getting cards to turn into... You're gonna be getting cards to turn into items through card mod. Turning the items into magic through Magic Refine. And then equipping said magic to your HP and Vitality and all your other stats. Now, one more note. You can get some really great stuff right now by using the card command, grabbing some cards, and going and playing people that are in the garden. If you really want to do that. Because you have a chance to get some great cards. They may not look like great cards for playing, but they're great cards for refining. And you can get some really powerful stuff early. Just look for cards that are of bigger enemies, like a Tonberry, for example. Or of like major characters. Major characters you typically only get like one card of. But there's other ways to get around that. And if you're not going to play the card game that much, you're just doing it for the card mod, there you go. Seifer comes to mind. Yeah, the disciplinary committee, blah blah blah, that loser. He is a card you can get early on. And if you refine him, you get some really good items. That's... Using this mechanic, you can really break FF8. One of the things to refine, once, I forget, it's not water ice magic. It's a different kind of refine. I forget which one has it. You will refine tints. You will get tints and refine tints for Curaga spells. And then you can use those, attach them to HP, and you get just a ton of HP. And then you can really use the limit break mechanic system to your benefit. early on because the enemies aren't going to do a bunch of damage, but you'll have a bunch of HP. And remember, you start seeing the limit breaks pop up a lot once you're in that 25% lower range. Once you're in that critical condition. But it's 25% of your HP. So if you have 2,000 HP, 500, you'll be at critical condition. When the enemies could still be hitting for 15. So you'll have a lot of leeway. I hope this all makes sense, and I hope you all understand. I've kind of explained it the best I could, the way to, kind of the steps, if you just really want to break FF8 early. There's even a further step we can go into, but I'll have to go a little further into the game for that, which I will be doing right now. Again, I kind of hope I explained it well. It's not a super hard way to do it. You just have to know how to. It's really grindy, but that's about it. Hey, you're a student at the garden, right? What's the news on the garden festival? Somebody's trying to revive it. Here's a shot. Sorry, we're all out of cars right now. That's a shame. Renting a car is the best way to avoid those nasty monsters outside the city. You can rent cars later. But you have to have fuel, which you need to buy. When you rent a car, we offer a full tank free of charge. You can buy extra fuel at item shops. We charge a flat rate for our rentals. Soon as you drive back into the city, your rental period ends, so make sure you get the most out of it. Thunder! Squall draw that. Ooh, 13. Nice. Hello! This is a shop. The way this is kind of interesting here. So you upgrade your weapons not through equipping. There's no equipping stuff in this game other than the junctions and the magic. You don't equip weapons, armor, and it's super weird. You upgrade your weapons. You upgrade them by finding parts. And then you take them to a junk shop like this one, where they basically refine your weapon. Sometimes you can miss parts, and it's super annoying. So yeah, there's that. This is how it works. How's my rowdy boy doing? More on that later. We don't have that party member yet. Hotel owner, where you can rest. Where is Fire Cave? I'm not out here forever. Okay, enemy. Cure. Draw all the cure. You're the one I've been looking for. Raw cure. Yeah, this is FF8. I will do the best I can to make this as interesting as possible. It's going to be hard. But I'll try. I promise. Yeah, let me go over that one more time. When you load up the game, if you bought this on Steam, you buy this on Steam. There is a magic boost command. Basically, you choose a save file, and you can receive 100 of a bunch of spells. Cure, Cura, Curaga, Thunder, Blizzard, Fire, Sleep, Scan, like a bunch of spells to reduce the grind. But then you could junction those and really abuse it. So I'm not going to do the magic boost system unless we just get super bored of the grind. But this is how you played the game back then too. It's like, oh, I want to have a bunch of spells. That way I had spells to cast. So you just draw. You just draw until you're super bored. Or you max out. Which is a 100, by the way. 100 for each spell. See, like, Quistis can't. Isn't there a... Where's the, Do you not target multiple people in this one? I don't remember. I'm not finding a way to do it. But yeah, this is what FF8 was for me. Was this right here. It's this. A lot of this. And you see, if an enemy has access to cure, you can just cast it from them without using up your own stuff. Yeah, how's everybody in chat doing? Talk to me, please. Like, I need other people talking or it's just a blur. Oh, maxed out. Maxed out cure. Oh, also maxed out cure. Yeah, I got an achievement for drawing 100 times though, so that's cool. Show a bunch of triple triad anyway for YouTube? Man, I'm not good at triple triad. Like I can be super disappointed. People are gonna be so angry when I put this on YouTube as well. Like I can hear it now. Be like, you did a whole stream of nothing. You did a whole stream of no plot. Yup. Welcome to FF8. Welcome to the beginning of FF8. Let me clarify that. But again, I wanted to show you the broken thing you can do with FF8. This is it. Well, not this part. Now I'm doing this for me, the drawing the spells. Since I'm not going to be doing all the card stuff. $181 HP left. A floating monster that uses ice magic. When running low on HP, it uses vampire to suck HP for opponents. And you can see there's weak to water. No, let me hit it again. But yeah, I've gone over all the broken stuff for you. Well, most of it. For right now. I got over the super early game breaking stuff other than one thing. But we have to advance plot for that, like I said. Glacial Eye card. Oh, we got cure spells now. Yay, M-Stone piece. We'll need those. You can go in the forest, by the way. As I just showed there. Fine. Why don't I just do? Why don't I do what I said? And let me show off triple triad. Oh, the hate's gonna be real. It's not gonna help me grow the YouTube channel. Meh. Cure found! Unable to stop cure. Don't draw. So you can do that, by the way. Why not? We have fun here. Hopefully you're having fun too. You're watching this later. You can have as many of the cards as you want. Some cards are limited in that you won't be able to get multiple copies. But yeah, you can have as many. Like, let me go to the card. Where's... it tells you how many you have. Like we have 3 of this one, of the fish one, and we now have 1 glacial eye. Okay. Check the look at CD exam, so nothing there. They'll just talk to you normal if they don't have. I began collecting recently, but we can play. See, I talked to that guy with the square button. If you talk to him normally, he says that. So I saved this, so let's give it a try. Okay, there are different rules that people will play with. Open is standard, like a standard game. Trade rule 1. So the way this works is, if you lose, the enemy's going to take 1 card. If you win, you get to take 1 card from them. You choose basically 5 cards to play with. Every card has numbers. 1 up, left, down, and right. And I don't remember the card spinning like that. You're ruining my explanation. And you, sure. The enemy's gonna go first. Alright, the way this works is you compare the numbers of the monsters. If, for example, you place this here, it has a 6 up above and a 6 to the left. If we play, I don't know, what do I not want? This enemy, we play our card here. It has 1 on the bottom. Or am I thinking of the FF9 one? But if your number is higher than the enemy's number, you take it. There's also some special mechanics with that. So you see, that enemy had a 6 to the right, whereas our caterpillar only had a 3. So the 6 took it over, it flips, and now they have an extra card. That's how this works. You see, that one flipped. But R5 is going to beat the 4, and it's going to flip that, then they play a card, and we lose because they have more cards than that. So they take the Glacial Eye card, which is why you save before you do anything. But I don't have a way to... can I not... easy reset here? Game. Is there no quit? Ugh, that stinks. I hate triple triad. I'm so bad at it. Easy cards, she said. See? And we lose. I am no good at this game. And every time you lose a card. And we lose. So there you go. That's triple triad. Now there's more to triple triad, but I'm garbage at it. So I'll let the game explain. So there's the pictures, the numbers, and the element. Battle area. Sometimes there's some elements on the board, and that changed the way the game is played, but those will show up a little later. Choose the 5 cards to play with, like I just did. Okay, here are some special rules that you can use. Same turns over cards that have the same number value on two or more sides. So in this example here, 1 and 4. So it will flip these cards, even though it normally wouldn't do anything. It would just it was supposed to. It won't do anything. It'll tie. But because they match both sides, you get to flip both cards. That's something you can use. Another thing you can do is plus. 5 plus 2 equals 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So you'll flip the cards, even though you normally wouldn't. Normally you would just flip this one over, because the 4 beats the 3. But you wouldn't flip this one because his 5 beats your 2. But again, now you do some math. 5 and 2 is 7, 3 and 4 is 7, so you flip both cards over. Cards turned over using same or plus turn over adjacent cards in a combo. For example, red will be turned over because one of the 2 cards has a larger number. This one does. Same wall, which I don't understand. There's the element. If you match the element, all your numbers go up by 1. If it doesn't match the element, all your numbers go down by 1. So there's that. Open is you can see each other's cards. Random means your cards are chosen at random, which that stinks. Don't do that. There are ways to remove rules in the game, and I may go over that later. Sudden death, you play until someone wins. And there's the 1 rule where you take 1 card. There are many trade rules besides 1, so make sure you pay attention. Like these. Any cards you turned over, you get, but any cards they turned over, you lose. That's direct. Difference is, however many cards you won by is how many cards you take. And if you the all one is you take all the cards from the loser, all 5 they played with, instead of just 1. Pretty dangerous if you lose that one. Okay, Zarza. Sure, we'll lose to this person. This is why I hate triple triad. I never had anybody to start with. Like I said, I'm bad at it. I'm just bad at it. And we lost. So, this is why you won't see triple triad from me. I get cards to break into items, is basically all I do. But anyway, there you go. That's the beginning of FF8. I've gone over all the beginning broken stuff. Except again for one more thing. But it's not. You need an item. And you need to have prepped by doing the other broken stuff. It's basically a way to keep your level low. And that matters because, remember, enemies scale to your level. So anyway, there's the beginning of FF8. And I'm just going to actually start the game next time. How about that? Thanks for watching this first stream of FF8. Those of you that are new here, I normally stream from 2 to 5, but I'm going to stop this one early. And basically reset the game to get my cards back, just because. But when I've noticed when I close the game out and reopen the game, sometimes the streams get off, like the sound gets off and stuff, and I don't want that to happen. So, for this first stream. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had some fun. I hope you enjoyed learning all this stuff. We'll start the game proper next time. Those of you watching right now, it'll be Wednesday. And I might go pull some more magic and stuff for Squall and Quistis, who knows. Until Wednesday, have a great day. And I'm Cinder9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.